Hello again, everybody. We're on the second part 2 of section 7-4, and to this lesson we're going to focus on the half angle formulas, which are right here. Okay, and there seems to be the normal thing here where two of them are pretty easy, and then like tangent has 3 different choices, depending on what you're given in the problem, which one you pick, and your answers will look different but be equivalent. And this is the second part of our video from earlier, so you have the same assignment right there. After watching the 2 videos, hopefully we'll be able to complete all the problems. If not, let me know and we'll do them together. So, all right, I've got 2 problems for us here. Before I do that, I want to come over here. One thing to note, these are plus or minus. That's kind of weird, okay, except for these down here. But you have to determine on your own if the answer is going to be positive or negative, and that'll tell you whether you put a plus sign or a negative on there. So it's not plus or minus, it's one of the 2, but you have to know before you do the problem what the answer is going to be. It's not going to figure it out for you, so that's kind of a difficult part here. Okay, so here we go. Our first problem is find the exact value of sine of 22.5 degrees. Okay, that's one we certainly don't know. Okay, and if you think about 22.5 degrees, that angle is in quadrant 1, so it's positive. So this is the formula right here. We wrote it. When I come over here, I'm going to choose the positive value because I know that that's in quadrant 1 and sine's positive there. So I have to know that and make that determination. And I want to know sine of 22.5, but watch how this works. If I use this formula, and if I put 45 degrees in there, 45 degrees divided by 2, that is 22.5, but that allows me to use 45 degrees in here. And that's an angle that I know. So I'm kind of really like, almost cheating. I'm doubling the angle, and if I divide that by 2, I would get the angle I'm looking for. And that's one I can find. I can use that value. Okay, so that's sort of a kind of a technique that's a little unusual at first. So again, I got to find a value like that, and they'll give you ones that you can do, obviously. So 22.5, 2 times that is 45 degrees. 45 over 2 is solved by using the angle of 45 degrees, and I can complete the equation there. Okay, and there's kind of a lot of simplifying in this particular section here. So we said we're going to choose positive because I know that's in quadrant 1, that's why it's positive. It would have been in quadrant 2, then I would put a negative on there. Or sorry, if it was in 3 or 4, I'd put a negative there. Alright, 1 minus cosine of 45, as we know, is root 2 over 2. And then I have to simplify that. This is going to become 2 over 2, I'll do it right in there. Again, this is positive. Okay, and 2 over 2 minus root 2 over 2 is 2 minus root 2 over 2. Okay, divided by the bottom, which is really 2 over 1, okay? And you guys know I cancel the denominators away. So I'm going to cancel, I'm going to multiply by 2 and 2. So on this one, I'm not going to cancel, it'll end up being 4. This will cancel here. I'm left with 2 minus root 2 over 4 and the square root of that. Okay, and if you recall, when I do square roots of fractions, I should do the top and the bottom, and you notice that the 4 works out nicely. So root 2 minus root 2 inside that over 2 is my answer, and it's positive there. Okay, all right. For our second problem, this is a typical one. Cosine of theta equals negative 7 over 25. They've given me that angle. They know where it's in quadrant 3. Okay, and now I'm going to come over here. They want me to find cosine of theta over 2. So let's go over here for a minute. In this particular one, they've told me cosine, and to find cosine of theta over 2, I only need to know cosine. So normally I would go solve the triangle and find the remaining parts. If they had given me sine, I would need to find cosine. Then I would have to go fill in the triangle and do Pythagorean theorem to find the missing values that I need. But they've told me cosine is negative 7 over 25. And that's the one I'll be using inside there, so I don't need to find any more values out. I do, however, need to choose whether it's going to be positive or negative. Theta is in quadrant 3, so this is quadrant 3. I'm down here. If I were to divide that angle in half, the new one I'm going to find, the answer, is going to be somewhere up there. Okay, and for cosine, that's going to be a negative value. So this one here, I'm going to pick the negative. I have to choose that. Again, it doesn't tell me what that answer is ever. Okay? The rest is simplifying. I'm not going to say the simplifying is easy, but I'm kind of almost done. I just got to plug in the value there. I'm going to do all the work. So here we go. All right, so cosine of half of that angle, okay, would be equal to the negative 1 plus cosine of the whole angle, which is that right there. So I'm plugging it in, negative. This is going to be 1 plus cosine of that is negative 7 over 25 over 2. All right. Need a common denominator inside. This is 1 over 1, which will become 25 over 25. I'm adding those together. 25 minus 7 is going to get me 18, if I have that right. 18 over 25. And the bottom of my fraction is going to be 2 over 1. And I want the square root of that, and my answer again is going to be negative. Okay, let's cancel our denominators, which I only have one, which is 25. So I'm going to multiply with 25 here and 25 there. This is going to be negative. I have 18 on top, and I have 50 on the bottom. I can divide those by 2. This will work out really nicely. They don't normally. If I divide by 2, it's going to get me 9 over 25. Whoops. And by splitting them up, I end up with negative 3 over 5. And that's it. So it's really just about being comfortable plugging in the formula and simplifying correctly. So I hope you showed enough there to solve those problems. Again, a reminder, if you have questions, let me know during the week. Make a comment in Google Classroom, or go ahead and email me separate, whatever is most comfortable for you. And I'll be happy on Friday. We'll do all those problems that we need help on. These might be a little more difficult, so you might find you need a little more help on these. So hope you're all doing well, and I'll sign off for now. Thanks.